For centuries, one question haunted the Church. Who is Christ? Fully divine? Fully human? Or something else? The fate of Christianity hung in the balance as bishops gathered in Chalcedon, ready to settle the greatest theological conflict of their time. But instead of unity, the council would bring the first great schism. What really happened in 451 AD? And why does it still divide Christians today? The Council of Chalcedon, convened in 451 AD, stands as a pivotal moment in Christian history, shaping the theological landscape for centuries to come. This ecumenical council was called primarily to address the growing controversies surrounding the nature of Christ, particularly the debate between those who believed in his dual nature, fully divine and fully human, and those who held alternative views. Set against a backdrop of political and religious turmoil, the council aimed to unify the Christian faith and clarify its teachings. Understanding the outcomes of the Council of Chalcedon is crucial for grasping the complexities of Christian doctrine. The decisions made here not only defined Christ's nature, but also had profound implications for the Church's authority and unity. By establishing the Chalcedonian Definition, which affirmed that Christ exists in two natures, the Council sought to resolve disputes that threatened to fracture the early Church. In this video, we will delve into the significance of the Council of Chalcedon, exploring its historical context and the lasting impact of its decisions on Christianity today. Join us as we uncover why this council remains a cornerstone in understanding the faith and its teachings. Leading up to the Council of Chalcedon, the socio-political landscape was marked by significant divisions within the Church and the emergence of competing theological views. The early Christian community was grappling with various interpretations of Christ's nature, leading to intense debates and factionalism. Key figures like Nestorius and Eutyches championed differing perspectives, which only deepened the rifts among believers. The Roman Empire played a crucial role in this religious turmoil. As the empire expanded, it sought to maintain unity, not just politically, but also religiously. Emperors like Marcian recognized that a unified doctrine was essential for social stability, prompting them to convene councils to address these theological disputes. The influence of the state on religious matters was profound, as emperors often intervened in ecclesiastical affairs to promote their preferred theological positions. Previous councils, such as the Council of Nicaea in 325 AD, had already laid the groundwork for addressing Christological issues. The Nicene Creed established foundational beliefs about Christ's divinity, but the unresolved questions led to further debates. This backdrop of division and imperial influence set the stage for the Council of Chalcedon, where the Church sought to define its beliefs more clearly and decisively. Emperor Marcian ascended to the throne in 450 AD, following the death of his predecessor, Theodosius II. His reign marked a significant shift in the Roman Empire's approach to religious matters, as he was deeply committed to addressing the divisions within the Church. Recognizing the potential for unrest caused by theological disputes, Marcian implemented policies aimed at fostering unity among Christians. He believed that a cohesive religious framework was essential for maintaining stability within the empire. Marcian's desire for unity was not just a matter of faith, it was also a political strategy. He understood that a divided church could lead to social discord, which could threaten the empire's integrity. To this end, he convened the Council of Chalcedon in 451 AD, inviting bishops from across the Christian world to discuss and resolve the contentious issues surrounding Christ's nature. Under Marcian's leadership, the council's proceedings were characterized by a sense of urgency and purpose. He actively participated in discussions, emphasizing the need for a clear and definitive statement of faith. His commitment to resolving theological disputes helped shape the council's outcomes, ultimately leading to the Chalcedonian Definition that would influence Christian doctrine for centuries. Pope Leo I, also known as Leo the Great, played a pivotal role in the discussions leading up to and during the Council of Chalcedon. His theological stance was firmly rooted in the belief that Christ exists in two natures, fully divine and fully human. This duality was central to his teachings, and he articulated these views through a series of influential letters, most notably the Tome of Leo. In this letter, he presented a compelling argument for the dual nature of Christ, which would later serve as a foundational text for the Council's deliberations. Leo's advocacy for the dual nature of Christ was instrumental in shaping the Council's discussions. He emphasized that understanding Christ's nature was essential for the salvation of humanity, arguing that any deviation from this doctrine could lead to heresy. His theological insights resonated with many bishops present at the council, helping to unify their perspectives. Ultimately, Leo's contributions significantly impacted the final decisions made at the Council of Chalcedon. The Chalcedonian Definition, which affirmed the dual nature of Christ, echoed Leo's teachings and solidified his legacy as a key figure in early Christian theology, ensuring that his influence would endure for generations. Dioscorus of Alexandria emerged as a key figure representing the opposing view during the Council of Chalcedon. As a staunch advocate of monophysitism, he believed that Christ had a single, divine nature, rather than two distinct natures. His theological perspective was rooted in the idea that the divine and human elements of Christ were fused into one, which he argued was essential for understanding the mystery of the Incarnation. Dioscorus had previously demonstrated his leadership at the Council of Ephesus in 431 AD, where he played a significant role in condemning Nestorius and affirming the title of Theotokos for Mary. His assertive stance at Ephesus established him as a prominent figure within the Church, but it also set the stage for conflict with those who held differing views, particularly Pope Leo I. The tension between Dioscorus and Pope Leo I was palpable during the Council of Chalcedon. While Leo championed the dual nature of Christ, Dioscorus vehemently opposed this position, leading to heated debates. This conflict not only highlighted the theological divisions within the Church, but also underscored the broader struggle for authority and influence in defining Christian doctrine during this tumultuous period. The Chalcedonian Definition, established during the Council of Chalcedon in 451 AD, articulated a crucial theological framework regarding the nature of Christ. It affirmed that Jesus Christ exists in two natures, fully divine and fully human, united in one person, without confusion, change, division, or separation. This definition sought to clarify the complexities surrounding Christ's identity and provided a foundation for Orthodox Christian belief. The reactions to the Chalcedonian Definition were mixed and often contentious. Many bishops and theologians embraced it, viewing it as a necessary resolution to the Christological debates that had plagued the Church. However, factions such as the Monophysites vehemently opposed the definition, arguing that it undermined the unity of Christ's nature. This division led to significant schisms within Christianity, as various groups either accepted or rejected the Council's conclusions. The significance of the Chalcedonian Definition cannot be overstated. It shaped Christian doctrine for centuries, establishing a standard for Christological orthodoxy. By providing a clear and concise statement on Christ's dual nature, the definition not only addressed immediate theological disputes, but also laid the groundwork for future discussions on the nature of Christ and the relationship between humanity and divinity in Christian thought. The schism between the Chalcedonian and Oriental Orthodox Churches emerged as a direct consequence of the Chalcedonian Definition established in 451 AD. The primary reason behind this split was the disagreement over the nature of Christ. The Chalcedonian churches affirmed the dual nature of Christ, while the Oriental Orthodox Churches adhered to monophysitism, believing in the unity of Christ's divine and human natures. This theological divide led to significant tensions, resulting in the formal separation of these two branches of Christianity. The immediate consequences of this schism were profound, as it not only fractured the unity of the early church, but also led to political and social ramifications across the Roman Empire and beyond. Communities were divided, and rival factions emerged, each claiming to uphold the true faith. In the long term, the schism had lasting effects on Christian unity and identity. It solidified distinct theological identities that continue to influence Christian thought today. Ongoing theological debates stemming from this schism revolve around the interpretation of Christ's nature and the implications for salvation. These discussions remain relevant as both Chalcedonian and Oriental Orthodox churches seek to reconcile their differences while preserving their unique traditions and beliefs. The Council of Chalcedon has had a profound and enduring effect on Christian theology, shaping the way Christ's nature is understood across various denominations. Its clear articulation of the dual nature of Christ, fully divine and fully human, set a standard that influenced later theological developments. This definition became a cornerstone for subsequent councils and discussions, guiding theologians in their exploration of Christological issues. In the centuries following Chalcedon, the council played a crucial role in defining Christological debates. The controversies surrounding the nature of Christ continued to spark discussions among theologians, leading to further clarifications and refinements of doctrine. The Chalcedonian Definition served as a reference point for both supporters and opponents, framing the theological landscape for centuries to come. In contemporary Christian thought, the significance of the council remains evident. Many Christian denominations, particularly those in the Chalcedonian tradition, continue to uphold the definition as a foundational aspect of their faith. The council's impact is also felt in ecumenical dialogues, where efforts to bridge divides often reference Chalcedon's teachings. Ultimately, the Council of Chalcedon not only shaped the early church, but also laid the groundwork for ongoing discussions about the nature of Christ and the unity of Christian belief. In summary, the Council of Chalcedon stands as a monumental event in Christian history, shaping the theological landscape for centuries. We explored the significance of the council, highlighting key figures such as Pope Leo I and Dioscorus, whose opposing views underscored the intense debates surrounding Christ's nature. The Chalcedonian Definition, affirming Christ's dual nature, not only resolved immediate theological disputes, but also set the stage for future discussions and divisions within the Church. Understanding these historical events is crucial for grasping the complexities of Christian doctrine and the ongoing impact of these early debates on contemporary faith. The schism that followed the council between the Chalcedonian and Oriental Orthodox Churches illustrates how theological disagreements can shape religious identity and community. The Council of Chalcedon sought to define Christ, but instead, it divided his followers. What if a different decision had been made? Would the Eastern and Oriental churches still be one? The echoes of 451 AD still linger, because when faith and politics collide, history is never simple. If you found this exploration of the Council of Chalcedon insightful, we encourage you to engage with our content. Please subscribe to our channel, like this video, and share it with others who may be interested in learning more about Christian history and theology. Your support helps us continue to provide valuable insights into these important topics. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video.